back with my new lock extensions as promised and the how-to. So I recorded much more footage than I needed so that I could go through and crop out and give you the best how-tos, and I deleted almost all of it. So I have one clip of what I actually did, which I will show you in a minute. And to start out, I'm just gonna tell you what I did, what I used to give you an idea of this process and how it went down. All right, so first and foremost, I started off with lock extensions already in. Because I knew I didn't want to sit there and take them all out in one sitting, I would take one out and put one on, take one out, put one on. So my process was a whole lot longer than yours will be if you don't already have lock extensions. And that being said, I did not sit down for this straight period of time and just complete the whole thing. I probably would work an hour, maybe two at the most, come back to it the next day. I've been working on it for 2 weeks, so if I were to ballpark it, I'd say I'd spent about 15 hours doing this. I don't know, I wasn't really timing it, but I know somebody's gonna ask that, so there's my best estimate. But that's including removal and reattaching extensions. So for the removal process, in case you do have lock extensions, I use tweezers, the pointy tweezers, primarily. You could also use the end of a rat tail comb. The first thing I did was try to get as close to the end of my real hair as possible. If you can see through it or feel through it, go ahead and clip maybe a centimeter or two beneath that and then start picking it out. If you've ever taken locks out, like natural locks, it's pretty much the same process. It may have been a little bit easier because the extension hair is a little bit slicker than my natural hair, so it did unwind a little faster. I have taken out locks before of my natural hair before. Took me forever. This was pretty long too, I'm not gonna flex. But anyway, most of you probably don't have lock extensions, so not an issue. All right, so because I wanted this ombre effect, I used 3 colors in my hair. I used a 30, a 27, and a 613. I've pretty much used all this hair, so I've got like a little bit to show you. But anyway, we've got the 30. This is the first color, the darker brown. 27, the honey blonde, and 613, the lighter, closer to platinum blonde. A couple notes on the hair. First, make sure that you are getting human hair. If you get synthetic hair, it will look like weave. I mean, I guess if they're temporary and you're doing bigger locks, maybe you don't care. I don't know, I can't even recommend that. If that's what you want to do, that's your business, but I strongly recommend human hair. It'll blend better with your natural hair. It doesn't look all shiny. Second thing is the length that you want your locks. So because I was doing 3 colors, I needed to make sure that I did a small enough amount of each color so that my locks weren't to the floor, because that's not what I wanted. Like this is the length I wanted, like boob length, bra strap length, whatever you want to call it. And then the other thing was that I wanted it layered. So my extensions in the bottom are longer than the extensions I put in the top, right? So that's something to pay attention to if that's the look that you want, optional of course. Also, the technique that I'm showing in the clip that I'm about to add in is for smaller locks. I guess it doesn't have to be smaller locks. I say that because I did them to make them come out a little bit tighter and neater. So if you want your locks thicker, there's another method you can use with back combing that makes them look fuzzier, because if they're thicker, they kind of need to be fuzzier in order to look natural. I don't have a video for that because my locks ain't thicker, but there's plenty of videos on YouTube. You can find it. But okay, for smaller locks, you want to make sure that they are nice and tight when you're wrapping. Also, that you're not using too much hair. I don't know if y'all have ever done micro braids before, but it's easy to just have too much hair, even though it looks like a little bit. If your locks are small, you want micro locks, then you definitely need to make sure that however much hair you're adding is slimmer than where your hair stops. So or at least the same width. So here, it kind of merges into the color. The color is the extension hair. I wrapped my natural hair with the extension hair. But what you want to avoid is that knot. When you get box braids, you'll have that knot where the extension hair is attached. The way you do that is by folding the hair over folding the extension hair over, holding the base with your natural hair, and wrapping rather than creating that whole little knot thing at the beginning, right? I'm gonna show you again when I add the second clip in. But that's really important. That's something I did not do the first time, so that's something I paid much attention to this time. Anything else? Oh, the moisturizers. Okay, so yeah. When I took each lock out, I made sure I moisturized it before adding more extensions back in, because you know the hair is about to be covered up, you know, presumably forever until I get bored again and change them again, whichever happens first, whatever. But the first thing I did was I made a mixture of aloe vera juice and castor oil, and then I sealed that moisture in with the Cave of Jewels hair and body butter. The link is available in my bio on Instagram, and I'll list it in the description on YouTube. And then at the end, I followed up sealing it with this Dolly Locks tightening spray. And this is just to help the hair to lock. When you put these extensions in, you want to treat them like new locks. And that means when you wash them, make sure you braid up the extensions and only wash the roots. Also, when I go to sleep, I like to braid them up just to get this hair in the habit of binding to itself. So just treat them like new locks. Treat them like, you know, they can come untwisted, they can come unraveled. They need time to lock to themselves and to your natural hair, just like your regular locks did when they first started. All right, that being said, I think that's everything. I'm gonna go ahead and show the clip of how to add your extensions. If I'm missing anything, I'll come back and add something at the end, all right? Peace and love. I hope you love it. I know I do. And I'll talk to y'all later. All right, so we've got this free lock. Take it about 1 inch above the tip. Fold our extension hair around and wrap. Wrap, wrap, wrap. All right, got about 1 inch. Gonna go on and add my second color. Folding it over and wrapping. Got about 1 inch, added my third color, fold it over, and wrap. You got a knot, hold on. Got a knot in this dark brown hair. I don't need that. Get that out of here. Alright, still wrapping. Ending with a 2-strand twist. Spray, palm roll. All right. Okay, I did remember something else. The longer you have your locks, the more natural they will look. That's one thing I love about locks. The older they are, the better they look. So over time, they'll kind of get their own little natural fuzziness that is appropriate for this size, especially after it's been washed and as you know you're using your tightening spray and it's getting braided every night. Like every day, it literally looks more natural. Also for the color, I mentioned in my video that led to this video that I did things to take the color out of the stock color. These are still stock colors. My favorite thing to do is to use the purple shampoo. The brand that I have is Shimmer Lights. I don't particularly think that the brand is relevant, but this is like a really popular brand, so I don't know, I just got it. But the purple shampoo basically takes grays and blondes and brings them into a platinum color. So it'll take some of the yellow out of this blonde color and probably out of that honey blonde too, and just make the blonde brighter. Right now, I don't really want to focus on washing the ends. I want to give them time to lock and to bind. Also, it's winter, so I don't know. Platinum blonde to me is more of a summer thing, so I'm not really pressed about it. But yeah, I'll give my new extensions time to lock more, and then I'll go in and add that. And I will also go over it with the toner. I messed this up the last time. Anyway, it's Walla. Walla is the brand, and T18 is the color. I'm pretty sure toner is the right word. I hope it is. But anyway, I mean, whatever color you want, but I went with, was it lightest ash blonde? That's what T18 is. So it just gives it more of a whiter color than this yellow color. It's just my personal preference. You can tint it, tone it however you want to. I mean, you didn't even have to use blonde in the first place. You could do red, blue, purple, whatever. Oh, matter of fact, I did my daughter's hair green. I didn't make it longer, but I did highlights wrapping her hair in green by coloring this blonde. So you can do whatever you want with it. You can add length, add color, one, both, however you want to do it, however you want to get down. If you have any more questions, anything I didn't go over, answer, just leave a comment below and I got you, boo.